Yeah, a while ago you might have heard me say this. I couldn't fly anyway because it said the battery had to be 15 degrees centigrade before it would fly. I didn't know that, so I didn't get any footage. And then sometime after, I said this. Yeah, it's been weird. I sent the Phantom up before, the Spark, but I didn't send it up. The bloody thing was telling me transmission problems. Then it said battery too cold. It should be 15 degrees. I don't know if anybody else has had problems with Phantoms, but I've seen people fly drones in the Arctic conditions, so 15 degrees is like summer temperatures, so I don't know why that would occur. I sent the Spark up, but that had transmission problems. It was... Yes, the old Phantom drone has become a bit of a pain for me, and it was almost the final straw. Well, it was the final straw when I went away to Ceredigion in the van a few weeks ago, and I couldn't fly because I was getting a warning saying battery temperature too low, needs to be 15 degrees centigrade, which is absolutely ridiculous. So that's nearly 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So I've had that, obviously, as you've just seen before, and I don't know what's going on. I've flown it in the snow. I've seen people fly it in Arctic conditions. So why DJI are not letting us fly at slightly below 15 degrees is baffling. Also, there's a problem with DJI drones. I mean, they make great drones, don't get me wrong, but we have this problem with firmware updates, as anyone will tell you. Even some of the pros, I've seen YouTube videos where people complaining about the constant firmware updates. And I've had a situation where I haven't been able to fly because I needed an essential firmware update. And the catch-22 situation was I couldn't update because I didn't have an internet signal. And if you do update, it takes up so much battery that you probably have nothing left to fly with, especially with a little Spark where you only get about 10 minutes flight time. So despite praising DJI drones, and I think they do take about 70% of the drone market, they are not infallible. You know, they do make good drones, but actually as a company, they are quite restrictive. And I bit the bullet actually and bought a Parrot Anafi. Now, I'd never had a Parrot before. I've always been DJI. But Curry's, which is a UK chain which sells white goods, tellies, computers, cameras, normally add about 30% to the prices on normal Amazon high street prices. But they had a great black market sale on, and it was actually cheaper than the grey market sellers. So I bit the bullet, bought the Anafi with the controller, and this is going to be my first flight. To tell a lie, I did actually set it up off in the garden just to hover, just to see everything was working okay. But this is going to be the first serious launch today. Now, if you don't know what the Parrot Anafi is, it's a travel drone. It's not comparable to the Phantom, which is a bit of a beast. It's in the market with the Mavics and the Sparks. Small travel drones, that's the size of it. You know, that's the size of the drone, I'll show you in a minute. I've unclipped myself. It has a 25-minute battery life, which is incredible. It takes 4K footage, which I won't be using initially because my computer is so slow that it won't cope with 4K files. The interface looks brilliant. It looks a lot better than DJI's interface. It looks very user-friendly. So I don't anticipate having any problems. This is the Parrot Anafi. Now, Ben of Combi Life gave this a great review. Tony Northup, who with his wife Chelsea does a photography channel with over 1 million subscribers, he said it was better than a Mavic. Hey, there she is. There she blows, and look at the size of that. The struts just pull out. The battery takes up over half the weight, I think. Huge. It has a gimbal camera which tilts 180 degrees up and down so you can shoot upwards, which none of the DJI drones can. Oh, I must remember to take the, it has a lens cap, must remember to take that off. It has lots of features and apps and which you can use, very comparable to the DJI drones. But this, the only pain that you have to buy the Follow Me app, which you get as a standard on Sparks. You have to pay about 18 quid for as an in-app purchase, so that is a bit of a pain. But there it is. That is a Parrot Anafi, say in the same ballpark as the Mavic. So I'm going to give it a whirl now and report back. See you later. First impressions, yeah, it's great. It was the curse of the DJI firmware updates followed me to Parrot. Before I could fly, I had to do a firmware update, but I mean, it didn't take too long, faster than DJI, so I got off eventually. You might have seen in the footage, I came in rather fast actually. I brought her across the yard to land it and came across so fast I thought it was going to hit the wall because it was only about 4 foot off the ground, so I had to bring it straight down before it hit the wall. But no, it was fine. I haven't seen the footage obviously yet, but it flies very easily, switches between the elements, like cameraman, which you frame yourself and the camera will follow you. Not exactly follow me because it hovers, it doesn't move the drone, it'll just pick you out, so wherever you move in the frame it'll stay focused on you, which is good. There's other elements I haven't worked out yet, like there's a parabola thing which circles around the target. Got RAF jets flying over. Yeah, well, there's North Wales. And that's another thing with DJI drones, they often get a warning. You have to sign a disclaimer, tick a disclaimer on the screen to say it's a flying area, which the whole of North Wales is actually, so that's always a pain. Didn't get that with the Parrot, so I was able to fly no problem. Yeah, so there's a lot to learn. I couldn't find the HD, because the light's very mixed. You got the dark ground, the light sky. HD would have been, high definition would have been a good app to use in this light, but I couldn't find that. So yeah, I've got a learning curve, but it flies very easily. It's quite slow ascending actually, it takes forever to go up, but going horizontally it goes very fast, and it is up to 33 miles an hour apparently, which I was only in like the film mode, not in the fast mode, so the her mode, so I'll give that a go another time. But yeah, a lot to brush up on, but it's a very easy drone to fly, very light. I mean, it's funny, Fergus doesn't take any interest in DJI drones, but when this came down to hover, I was taking an upward shot, because it's something you can't do with the DJI drones, because the camera will tilt up 180 degrees. Dropped it low down to shoot up at the house. He's trying to get it out of the air. I've seen Alaska, the dog on Astra Alaska Combi Life, attack drones or try to get drones, but Fergus has never bothered before. So there she is, isn't that a cute little cutie? It looks quite fragile actually, but I've heard it's quite robust. So anyway, so yeah, I'm going to finish my walk, get home. Where am I? This is an outdoor centre, which is very rarely used. I'll just show you. It's an outdoor centre, very infrequently used. Come on, you. Yeah, very infrequently used actually, and it is a public footpath going through. Fantastic, mega fantastic mountain bike centre. You've got all the forest tracks, amazing outbuildings. This was on the market not so long ago for 300,000, which is absolutely amazing, but I don't know who owns it, but it's you never see anybody there. It is used very occasionally, but you don't see it used very often. So that's where I've been filming today. So I'm going to carry on my walk, as I say, the footpath comes through here, and then get home and edit this footage and see if I can make a vlog out of it. And here's the jet coming over again. We're being attacked. Okay, I'll sign off before I get bombed. All right, ta-ra!